Welcome to Royal Secrets. An image of Prince Harry with a black eye and significant bruising on his hand and arm surfaced lately. Did he sustain injuries in a mishap? But before we continue, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell for updates. He did not get into an accident. You saw photoshopped images that were horribly done. When you Google the same images from the same Morocco trip, you won't find him with a black eye or bruises on his hand. However, someone, a hater, used a photo of him from a Morocco royal tour back in 2019 and Photoshop it to make it look like he had them. Not a nice predicament for the British monarchy's sixth in line to be in, is it? Or is he still in a conflict area? It was not a dog that bit those people. Dog bites typically cause skin penetration because of the dog's strong teeth. Perhaps the person who caused the injuries suffered from cracked dental veneers. Prior to the newly dramatized miscarriage in July, reports state that dental repairs were made in law in June. It might have been quite a mouthful of incisors that would have needed anesthesia. I'm going to bed right now because the lullaby is putting me to sleep. Is Prince Harry unappreciative? I believe he is depressed and numb, and when you're depressed and numb, thankfulness is just too strong of an emotion. If everything around you is falling apart, you are alone and unable to take on any more. I once heard a gloomy person say that all they saw was black, asking how anyone could feel anything else when everything in their life was black and white. If you give it any thought, it makes sense. The lady Harry meets, falls in love with, and proposes to seems to be everything he could ever want. His every action is closely monitored by the media, and it all takes place under the spotlight. Everything is going according to plan for his beautiful wedding when the Markle family crisis plays out around the globe. Harry may have begun to have second thoughts at this point, but he must have been perplexed as to why Meghan had a strained relationship with everyone on her side of the family, save Doria. Harry reportedly questioned whether attending the wedding was the correct decision, but like his mother before him, Meghan's face was on all the mementos, so he couldn't back out at this point. He hoped that his second thoughts were simply the product of anxiety, as they had been for many other men and women before him. Things quickly altered in just 4 days, thanks to the royal garden party. And since he has apologized for his wife's actions. Who knows when he realized his ideal wife had become anything but he must have wondered pretty early on what the hell he had gotten himself into. It's unlikely that we will ever know whether Meghan was pregnant or whether Archie was born via surrogate, but Harry did state that he didn't want a family right away. If it weren't for the pregnancy, Harry may have refused to change his position in the RF. Meghan would have needed a kid to solidify her position going forward if she had been plotting and planning, and the rest is history. Whatever Harry may have said to Meghan about wanting to leave a full-time life in the RF, Meghan was able to take it as her cue. He may have said this even before the wedding, which is why the Sussex Royal website was created early in anticipation of a future outside of the UK. Harry thought the media was to blame for all of his problems, including the loss of his cherished mother, and that his life would be ideal if they didn't focus on him. And, for a brief period, I'm sure that's what he discovered in Canada, a blissful, calm life. But as we all know, it didn't work for Meghan, which led to the flight, life in law, and current location in Montecito. Harry once confessed to someone that he no longer recognized Meghan as the wife he had married. He may have even said that he was occasionally afraid of her, but that could just be a misremembered statement. Harry likes serenity, the country, walks, excitement, and occasionally danger. Meghan wants glamour, success, fame, riches, and her name in lights. He is a responsible parent. Despite the fact that Meghan is the mother of a son, she exhibited no maternal instincts at all while holding Archie. She is no longer his love, but rather someone who has complete power over Harry's life, and he is unsure of what to do next. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell for